Welcome to this presentation. I am Animala, Assistant Professor in Government College of Engineering, Salem. In this video, we discuss about runtime environments. Source language issues. There are various language features that affect this organization of computer. The organization of data is determined by answering the following questions. The source language issues are: does the source language allow regression? How this parameter are passed to procedure? Does the procedure refer non-local names? How does the language support memory allocation and deallocations? There is a great effect of the source language issue on runtime environment. Hence, the runtime storage management is very important. Storage organization. The compiler demands a block of memory to operating system. The compiler utilizes the block of memory for running the compiled program. The block of memory is called runtime storage. Runtime storage is subdivided into hold a day's code and data. Generated the target program, data object information which keep track of procedure activations. The size of generated code is fixed. The amount of memory required by this data object is known at compile time. Hence, the data object can be placed at a statically determined area of memory. The control stack is used to manage active procedure. The heap area is area of runtime storage in which the other information is stored. The size of stack and heap is not fixed. It does grow or shrink during the program execution. Storage allocation strategy. Static allocation layout storage for all data objects at compile time. Restrictions. Size of object must be known and alignment requirement must be known. Compile time. No regression, no dynamic data structure. Stack allocation manage the runtime storage as a stack. The activation record is pushed on as a function and is entered. The activation record is popped off if function exit. The restriction. The value of local cannot be retained when this activation ends. A code activation cannot override a caller. Heap allocation. Allocate and deallocate storage as needed at runtime for data area known as heap. Most flexible, most efficient. Activation record is called frame. Information needed by a single execution of a procedure. The general activation record: return value, actual parameter, optional control link, optional access link, machine status, local variable, and temporaries. Parameter passing. The method to associate actual parameter with formal parameter. The parameter passing method will affect this code generated. The most common parameter passing methodology: call by value, call by reference, copy restore, copy by name. Call by value. The actual parameter are evaluated and their R value are passed to called procedure. Implementations. The formal parameter is treated like a local name, so that storage for formal is the activation record is called procedure. The caller evaluates the actual parameter and places the R value in the storage for call by reference. So call by call address or by location. The caller passed to a procedure as a pointer to storage access of each parameter. The actual parameter must have address only the variable makes sense and expression will call by restore, a hybrid between call by value and call by reference. The actual parameter are evaluated and its R values are passed to called function as it call by value. When this control returns, the R value of former parameter are copied back into L value of this actuals. Example ADA. Call by restore. Call by name. Procedure is treated like macro. The procedure body is substituted for calling caller with the actual parameter. Substitute for formals. The actual parameters can be surrounded by parentheses to preserve their integrity. The local names for called procedure and name calling procedure are distinguished. Example algo. Symbol table. Symbol table is data structure used by compiler to keep track of semantic of variables. That means symbol table stores the information about scope and binding information about name. Symbol table is built in lexical analysis and syntax analysis phase. It is used by remaining phases like semantic code generation phases. R value and L value. The R and L prefix comes from left and right side of assignment. The symbol table entries the items to be stored by symbol table or variables, constant, procedure name, labels. Name representation in symbol table. There are two types of name representation: fixed length name and variable length name. Symbol table management. The requirement of symbol table management: a quick insertion of identifiers and related information and quick search of identifier. Following are commonly used data structure: linked data structure for symbol table, self-organized list, hash table. List data structure for symbol table. In this method, an array is used to store name and associated information. The name can be added the order they are active. The pointer available is maintained at the end all stored data. Retrieving information about some name will start beginning of an array and go on searching up to this available pointer. The advantage of list organization is taking minimum amount of space. Self-organized list. This symbol table implementation is linked list. Searching the record in this table pointed by linked field. A pointer first is maintained to point the first record of a symbol table. When name is referred or created, it is moved to this front of this first. Hash table. Hash table is an important technique used to search the record of symbol table. This method is superior to list organization. Hashing two tables are maintained: hash table and symbol table. Hash table consisting of k entries from 0 to k minus 1. These entries are basically pointer to symbol table pointing the name of the symbol table. to determine whether the name is in symbol table used by hash function. The advantage of hashing is quick searching is possible, and disadvantage is the hashing is complicated to implement it. Dynamic storage allocation technique. There are two techniques used for dynamic memory allocation: explicit and implicit. Explicit allocation, memory allocation and deallocation is done with the help of some function such as new, delete. It can be done for a fixed size of variable with block. Implicit allocation performed by program and runtime storage. The runtime package is required to know when the storage block is not used. Dynamic storage allocation in Fortran. Fortran uses static storage allocation strategy. Fortran does not have the concept of global variable. There is only one way to share this variable among subroutine to pass variables as a parameter. There are two types of common block, blank and named. A program may contain one blank common block and any number of named common blocks. The symbol table contains the entries of each static objects. Thank you for watching this video.